For the German sports car manufacturer Porsche, the new Cayenne S Transsiberia is a welcome addition to its offering of off-road vehicles. The standard Transsiberia, with its striking looks, is available to any Porsche enthusiast who has the cash to spare. The Cayenne S Transsiberia writes the next exciting chapter in the history of Porsche. Porsche has been quite successful over the past few years at the Trans-Siberian Rally, which is regarded as one of the most difficult car races in the world. A Porsche has won 3 times in a row. The course is fairly straightforward. Just head east from Moscow for 14 days until you reach Ulaanbaatar. The street version of the car has retained many of the rally vehicle's features, to include the large bright orange lettering on the side. The rims are done in a matching orange too. With lights on the roof, large side mirrors, an unmistakable front, and its oversized rear spoiler, Porsche has ensured that this Cayenne exudes strength and power. There's power under the hood too. A performance upgrade to the 4.8-liter 8-cylinder yields 405 horsepower at 6,500 RPMs. The results are clear when the Cayenne hits 100 from 0 in only 6.1 seconds and reaches a top speed of 253 kilometers per hour. For an additional charge, you can also get your Transsiberia with a Tiptronic S 6-speed automatic transmission. The self-leveling pneumatic suspension is just one of the attractive standard features. Porsche has generously applied Ultra Suede in the interior. The coloring is a bit racy, but the instrument panel still looks pretty sharp. The seats provide good support, and you'll appreciate their comfort, especially on those long trips. Permanent 4-wheel drive makes the difference on the fast curves, and it makes the Cayenne S Transsiberia right at home off-road too, where you'll definitely need more than 15 liters per 100 kilometers. The Transsiberia starts at 77,500 euros in Germany.
Sweet as the punch.
The Ford Kuga has up until now only been available with a diesel engine. Now Ford is offering a petrol version in its crossover model. The new engine provides 200 horsepower, allowing the 4-wheel drive Kuga to accelerate from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 8.2 seconds. The new petrol version of the Kuga sells in Germany starting at 28,600 euros. Toyota has launched its new compact city SUV, the Urban Cruiser. With its robust, flexible, and individual design, it is aimed at the tastes of the European buyer. The Urban Cruiser comes in 2 versions. The 101 horsepower petrol engine comes with start-stop automatic. The 90 horsepower diesel is a 4-wheel drive. The prices in Germany start at 16,950 euros. Hans-Joachim Stuck says he's got a bucket in his hand because he might have to wash cars to pay his gambling debt. Stuck has made a bet. He doesn't believe his friend Gerhard Plattner can drive from Spain to Germany without having to fill his tank. Plattner says a crazy bet needs crazy winnings. The loser has to clean the winner's car. To make sure that there's no cheating, the tank is officially sealed. Plattner wants to make sure he isn't carrying any excess weight on the way from Martorell in Spain to Germany. Plattner explains that 100 kilograms of extra weight adds 0.7 liters to the consumption over 100 kilometers. Now the Austrian has to put kilometers on the clock. His aim is to use less than 3 liters per 100 kilometers, and that on normal roads, both uphill and down, and in good or bad weather. Rainwater piles up ahead of the tire, which pushes up consumption. There is some rain on the journey, but only a little. Plattner checks his tires at every stop. 3.1 bar is the ideal pressure. 1,300 kilometers to go. Plattner has chosen a route via Lyon, Freiburg, and Frankfurt. He says Stuck will wash the car when he gets to Göttingen.
Und ich hoffe, dass in Göttingen der Strezler Stuck dann das Auto waschen wird.
Record-breaking drivers have to be fit. Plattner swears by light stretching exercises. During his record attempt, he needs an average speed of 80 kilometers an hour. Otherwise, the drive will be too long and too demanding. He takes his first break just after Lyon.
Was ist los?
Plattner says if you want to drive 1,500 kilometers, then you need to sleep a little. Just an hour and a half so the engine doesn't cool down. A cold engine has to warm up, and that uses fuel.
Dass der Motor nicht kalt wird, weil kalter Motor muss warm gefahren werden und das kostet Sprit. Gute Nacht.
Gute Nacht.
The toll booths provide the only distraction during the long journey.
Bonsoir.
Plattner makes good progress across France and southwestern Germany. He takes advantage of the downhill stretches. Either he freewheels or uses the throttle cutoff if the slope is steep. That allows him to meet his 3-liter consumption target. He passes Kassel easily and makes it to Göttingen. Stuck congratulates Plattner on covering 1,562 kilometers with one 45-liter tank of fuel. And that converts to an average consumption of an amazing 2.91 liters. Plattner says the important thing is to keep on driving. A car uses less fuel when it's driven at a constant speed. Plattner's secret is his gentle use of the gas pedal. He wins the bet, and Stuck has to wash his friend's car until it shines. Plattner jokes he would recommend a bet with Stuck to anyone. He says Stuck has done a fantastic job cleaning the car, and that he's a good loser. So there's no ruling out another bet in the future. This motorized coach reaches 20 kilometers an hour. It's made by the Aglander company. Developer Roland Belz says his vision is to make coach riding accessible to as many people as possible. Even if they don't know how to steer a team of horses, they should still be able to experience this fascinating form of travel. Although the vehicle is licensed to use the road, this trip is off the beaten track. The coach is equipped with rubber-rimmed steel wheels instead of inflatable tires. Aglander is trying to convince people of the luxury of traveling slowly. These coach vehicles are not driven, they are steered. There's no steering wheel, just rein-like rods. The coach is driven by a 3-stroke diesel engine fitted with an automatic gearbox. Driving is stress-free. Roland Belz's idea has been a success. Luxury hotels across Germany have bought the Aglander for their guests. Belz says Germany has some beautiful landscapes which can only really be discovered and explored using the elegant ambience offered by the motorized coach. Belz and his team have rediscovered the coach-making skills dating back hundreds of years old and fitted them to modern demands. Aglander vehicles are custom-made. There is no one-size-fits-all. It took 5 years of development to get this far. The 2-seater Duck model costs upwards of 85,000 euros. The 4-seater My Lord model costs at least 100,000. The Collin family from Canada have heard of the high-class South German coach maker. The German emigres treat themselves to a trip on the four-seater My Lord. The day trip costs €235 per person. They talk about an indescribable and new experience, but they say it's easy to get used to the way of driving, even though there's no steering wheel to hold on to. And they are full of praise for the attention to detail and love which went into making the vehicle. The Oglander is the way to rediscover the luxury of taking your time.